We have fallen behind here in terms of bitrate, and now I'm just freaking out. But we are headed into game number 1. Oh, God. They got it. They got it. They figured it out. They're... Oh, God. What? They had it. They had it. I don't know if they're waiting for me to say... Oh, okay. that was nice. Very nice of them to continue to try and prep for me. But I'm ready to go. We are headed into the quarterfinals of the Feer 500 Season 2, and we've got a good one. We've got Daniel versus iRicky. These guys both very high rated. On the top 1v1 ladder, we got number 7 and number 8 in North America. They've been playing really well in the Feer 500 as well. Ricky's only dropped a single game. He dropped it to Chronic. He didn't drop a single game even in the qualifiers all the way to this moment. So Chronic was able to take him down. Daniel, another high-level player that might be able to do it. But Daniel having a little bit of trouble in pool play, not able to be the dominant force that he normally is. Only able to grab a single win as he lost 2 games in Game 5 after winning a game in Game 5. So 1 and 2 just barely squeaks it out on a tiebreaker to stay inside the playoffs. So he's going to have the harder of the 2 matchups from Pool A, iRicky and Sharp. Sharp getting second in his game. Daniel, a nice air dribble bump to get his first as he ties this one back up. Spam this mate to help out Feer's bitrate. Yes, that's what we need. We absolutely need y'all to spam that mate because the bitrate is in trouble for sure. Hopefully it can recover for you guys. iRicky off the side wall. His foot reset, not going to connect, and Daniel able to keep this dribble going long enough that almost finds a way to tap in an open goal. Daniel off the sidewall. He's lethal in the air. This flip reset too early, too high, and there's no way to find an angle. Ricky on the bounce dribble, going for the night owl bump. Daniel able to get down and under it, and it's on the goal line, but both these guys fighting for ball, and Ricky is going to get the lead as he taps one in for a second. A heads-up play for Daniel to come back down to the ground to save this one away, but cannot stay behind it long enough. And Ricky able to tap in for a second. We've never seen the iRicky versus Daniel matchup. We haven't seen a lot of matchups from iRicky, but he definitely seems to be a versatile player. Definitely can hang in the air like the rest of these youngsters who like to play the aerial game in ones. Daniel definitely probably the most prominent of all of them. This soft tap saved away by iRicky. iRicky with a huge boost advantage. Should be able to create a possession off this one. Daniel, his 50 once again. Not able to get past, but a second 50 will. Seemed like iRicky was still in control of that ball. But Daniel muscling his way through as he does not give up on the play. Ricky staying grounded. Didn't realize he needed to tap it over the oncoming Daniel. Ooh, Ricky, nice steal of the boost. This actually could be a 3rd goal here. Oh, never mind. What am I thinking? As he plays defense. He prevents the 3rd goal. Ricky, long shot with a bounce roll, just barely in. I think the spin helps him as it drops in for a 3rd. Ricky doing a great job of grabbing this boost out from underneath Daniel's nose on the kickoff, and has led to a couple different possessions. Nice early flip over Dan, and Dan with very low boost. A nice quick recovery from him though, but he's in a tough spot with Ricky coming at him. Flick high, a little bit too high to be able to take that second opportunity. So Daniel should have no trouble taking it away. Ricky doing a great job of carrying the majority of possession, not letting Daniel take control. Ricky, his flick. Saved away as Daniel sends it high. 29 boost on the counterattack. Cannot turn much out of it. Instead, just tapping it against the back wall. And Daniel getting a little bit greedy in the air. Something he needs to make sure he doesn't do too much of, because this is when players are able to break him down and get some leads. It's what Plum was able to do in their matchup in pool play, and iRicky will likely do it just as well. Nice fake from Dan. He doesn't have the boost to force the open net, so he'll take it to the side wall. Slow bouncing play. Another fake, and he will squeeze it right under Ricky. That was a nasty fake from Daniel. Yeah, stream, the bitrate issues are certainly not great. We are rocking a much lower bitrate. We might stream at 720p for future games. We might even switch in between this, switch to 720p and just suck it up so that you guys have a chance of watching it instead of 1080p. It should be easier to stream. It requires much less bitrate. So we'll do that at the end of this game number 1. And hopefully, you know, everybody on YouTube will have to deal with the 720p for these games, which is unfortunate for the playoffs, but, you know, we got to keep the fans happy, keep everybody able to watch. Daniel in the open field, nice cut, just felt Ricky coming, his presence closing in on him. Oh, wait a second, we might have recovered. The bitrate sending down from the heavens has recovered enough to handle 1080p, so we'll see in the next minute here. Daniel at the side wall, 1-goal lead as he takes another carry. This touch, though, a little bit too far away from the net. So Ricky not going to have any trouble saving it away, but he's currently on a mission to grab some pads around his net, and he's done a good job. Daniel just going to lightly force him off the ball, but possession will eventually go in Ricky's favor. Daniel, though, he is being an absolute pest, not trying to let Ricky have a single moment of space. But Ricky finally generating a possession. He's got Daniel on low boost. A nice bounce dribble, a flick high, and a fourth for Ricky as he ties this one up with 20 seconds left to go. Ricky, a straight tap at Daniel. Daniel not even coming to the kickoff. We actually saw him not favor those left diagonal kickoffs earlier in the Feer 500. This tap off the side wall. He's going to try and find the top of the net, but Ricky able to scare him enough to pull the trigger too early, but Daniel's so lethal in the air. This flip reset, he able to get it, and a fifth. Daniel will take game number 1 with a nice flip reset off the side wall. What a touch. Perfect timing. Waits for the Ricky jump, and it doesn't matter. Daniel will get a fifth as he takes the 1-0 lead. So chat, I think it's better. We'll ready up. I think you guys might be a little bit behind. Whenever I have stream troubles, it usually takes a while for you guys to catch up. In fact, you'll probably never catch up, but the point is, it should be fixed, which is good to hear. It is a best of 5, Daniel versus iRicky. Ricky low 50, just barely moved out enough to not be able to turn it in for a goal, and these two guys play a little bit of bully ball at midfield. Neither one of them really coming out ahead of the other, but wait a second, Daniel has found a way to force it in. I did not think Daniel was in an advantageous situation here, but he is not backing down from the ball right now, and it is working out for him. Every single moment he is on top. The suffocating ball chase from Daniel when he's on point can be unbearable. Daniel at the side wall, flip reset off the ceiling. He is going to use it for the wave dash, try and demo Ricky as he tries to force it behind him, but he's not able to get it. So Ricky should have a lot of space. A very high touch from him, and Daniel is going to come take it away. That was a mistouch from Ricky. Definitely did not mean to take it that high, but Daniel will pass a mistouch back the other way. Daniel off the corner, not able to find much, able to buy himself some time to grab some boost, but Ricky has not been able to scare Daniel off the ball at any moment. You see him taking these dribbles near the ball, and normally in these 1v1s, you're actually able to scare off the defenders by just floating near the ball because they're afraid you'll tap it over them, but Daniel has yet to be afraid at all. He's going to get bumped multiple times. He's saved enough boost to get back. This has been really great play from Daniel, but eventually Ricky is going to start making a read that Daniel's challenging early every time. And that was going to be really, really tough. Such a slow roller. Ricky might be able to get this hook shot. Nice slow play. Very smart from Ricky, as he was not going to be able to get that hook shot and beat Daniel in recovery. So he takes the 50 instead. But I wouldn't be surprised to see some more early flicks from Ricky as he adjusts to Daniel, playing so aggressive on the ball. The absolute opposite of what we saw from Daniel in pool play, who was basically just waiting in net for everything to happen. Nice slow air dribble, and he does get the 50. He tries to play it slow, but Ricky somehow manages to squeeze it past him. So 1-1. Daniel will find the angle and go up 2. Let's see what happened here. How did Ricky lose possession? Takes it to the wall. He just didn't think there was an angle there. Yeah, he did not realize that Daniel had a shooting angle. If you look at it from Daniel's perspective, it was pretty obvious that Daniel was going to be taking that shot, but Ricky couldn't see it, thought he had time to set up a dribble, and kind of exactly the same the other way. Daniel, had he known, might have tried to slap this into the corner. He realized Ricky was right behind him to take a shot. He absolutely could have, but instead he falls under it, trying to initiate a dribble. And that's what I'm talking about so frequently. These guys are trying to get reads on the other player. They don't want to tap the ball unless they absolutely have to. So there, Daniel, thinking he's got time, decides not to tap the ball into his corner, but instead to set up a dribble at midfield. And it should ended up being the wrong decision, as Ricky was waiting right behind him, ready to take the open net that he was about to be given. See, a nice early touch from Ricky. That's what I'm talking about. Daniel has been challenging early every single time. Ricky making the read this time. And even though low boost, taking that early flick, it is going to reward him for a third goal. So he's found another lead. He had a lead in game number 1, but wasn't able to hold it till the very end. Daniel taking it in the last moments. And once again, Daniel just seems to always be on offense. Even when Ricky's able to score a goal, it's quickly back in Daniel's possession on the next play. And a nice bump and a third as Daniel ties it up halfway through this game. This is the Daniel of old. Daniel was a bump master back in the day. Before he took to the skies 24/7, he knew how to take defenders out of the play and take them out of their game with how much he used to bump them. But here we're going to see likely a play from the new Daniel up the side wall. This flip reset should have no business going in, but we're talking about Daniel, and he'll get a fourth. Daniel just insane with the air dribbles. My goodness. Just, I mean, when you see him set up the flip reset, you look at it and you go, oh, he didn't get it. Too bad. He set up that flip reset a little bit too far away from the net, a little bit too awkward of an angle. There's no way he's going to find a way to adjust it, but the man always does, as he makes it past Ricky for a fourth and almost a long shot in. A little bit of a miss helped to bait Ricky in, but he shot it too high. Daniel using up all of his boost to pinch that into the corner, so Ricky will starve him out. Going to be a tough bout of defense right now for Daniel if Ricky can play it right. He does not want to give up possession. He doesn't want to let Daniel have any time to grab boost. So another good boost steal from the corner, and Ricky's going to go for a dribble. It's going to cost him everything he's got, though, to bring it back in front of the net. And that might be the reason that Daniel is able to get a full clear. And there it is. Ricky getting a little bit over greedy when he had that serious advantage. Oh, my goodness. Ricky just tapping it to Daniel. Daniel will take his fifth for free. Ricky not able to convert in that great situation with a low boost Daniel, and then trying to play just a little bit too quick on his own back wall. Not much of a 1v1 style from him, and he'll hand over the ball to Daniel on an easy pass to the goal. A nice flick from Ricky. A nice good play off the kickoff. And this is what I'm talking about. This is once again one of those early plays. As soon as Ricky gets control of the ball, he's flicking. And that's because he's made the read that Daniel wants to challenge this game. Daniel has been going for the ball at any moment. And why not? A nice delay kickoff. This one should get you at least once a game. I imagine Ricky won't let it happen again. Daniel just slamming on the brakes. Ooh, nice read. Nice little last-second adjustment. That's actually so important. That little adjustment to the right as Daniel makes the read on where iRicky's going to touch it is the reason why he ends up scoring. I mean, the average Joe trying to get that delayed kickoff would have lost it into their own corner as Ricky slightly angled that away from the center. But we're talking about one of the best players in the game in Daniel right now, especially the 1v1 game. And he has made the adjustment to make sure he secured that goal. Ricky cannot bounce it over Daniel. So 6-4. A minute left to go. Ricky saving it on the goal line. Will have another open dribble. Daniel finally starting to put in some fake challenges instead of his direct challenges every time, and it's going to work out for him as he's able to gain a possession here. These two playing a little chicken in front of the ball. Daniel taking a possession back into his own corner. He's in no rush to score another one, so he's playing very patient. Just going to let Ricky come to him and hopefully make a mistake. But that was not very patient defense off the wall, and he will give a fifth. Daniel does like to play off his side wall and the top of his net on defense, but I mean, certainly this one was a little overzealous. Ricky hadn't even begun to take a shot yet when Daniel came off the top of his net. But 24 seconds left. Daniel is holding on to the lead. A nice kickoff is certainly going to help him secure this. What a shot. Holy cow. It needed to be exactly as well placed as it was. Ricky held on to 18 boost, but he used it to head to the net or head to the corner and didn't realize that the angle was there. Oh, yeah. Ricky helped it in. That might have been down and out. But that is perfect placement from Daniel. Forced to save out of Ricky. So 16 seconds left to go. A 2-goal lead. Daniel looking like he's going to try and double into his own net. But really just wasting time. And with every second off the clock, it becomes more and more sure that Daniel will be taking this game number 2. So he's going to set himself up in a great position in this quarterfinal. Up 2-0 with 3 chances to take it. Daniel versus Ricky. Looking like a new Daniel out here. This was maybe not the Daniel we saw in pool play, but with everything on the line, he has come out to play against maybe one of the toughest opponents he's played all season. I mean, Mo Plum, Dries, they're all good. I take it all back. Every one of these guys is good, but I'm just trying to say that Daniel is making it look like iRicky is an easier opponent than his pool play opponents, and they aren't. I mean, all these guys are top players. Certainly, iRicky of the caliber that he could hang with the guys in Pool B. But Daniel, a couple secured games. I mean, the first one was close. He won it in the last moments, but that last one, even though it was only a win by 2, really fully controlled by Dan. Dan hates the short field left diagonal kickoff, and I don't know why, but maybe it's because he gets free goals like this when he doesn't go for it. Ricky just getting a little over greedy. Didn't realize Daniel was going to take that early pop. iRicky has been switching between cars. This is the first game he's played in the Octane. Normally he's an Octane main. I feel like we've seen him play almost every game in Octane. So a little bit surprised to see him in the Fennec to start, but now down 2-0, wants to go back to what feels right in the Octane. Daniel able to slam this one off his back wall, but Ricky still with possession. Daniel playing defense from close today. He does not want to let an open window. iRicky going for a very straightforward bump, and he's been really leaning on this all series, and it's yet to really get him a game win, but it has to be consistent for him. Daniel's such a great defender, and when iRicky gets a dribble going, Daniel really prefers to play defense on that back line like we saw him do in pool play. The difference is we've also seen him this game, or this match, try and take away the ball as soon as possible, but if he's not able to get that steal away, then he has been reverting all the way back to his goal line, which is what that bump... Oh my goodness, Ricky! Ricky's going to sneak one past Daniel here. A nice flip reset. Looks like he's not going to use it, but the wave dash is a little cheeky and gets the ball rolling faster than Daniel expected. Daniel is right there in net, ready to save that shot. He was preparing for it, but just too much speed from Ricky. So Ricky with a nice lead, 3-1. Needs to try and hold on to this to prevent the sweep, get a little bit of momentum going his way. These guys ranked right next to each other on the leaderboard, 7 and 8, I believe. So they should be a close matchup. I'm sure they've faced each other and ranked many, many times. They probably have great reads on how the others play. Daniel, his dribble, air dribble bump, but saved away by Ricky. Nice save. Daniel trying to be a bully. He finishes these off, man. He has been doing this all series. Daniel, even though he's going for the bump, doesn't connect on the first one, but he never ever gives up on the bump. He continues to take away the defender and just bullies them and bullies them and bullies them until they're both low boost, and all of a sudden there's an open window for a shot. So Daniel milking every last bit of that one. Flip reset. Going for the double flip reset. Doesn't connect, but saves enough boost to come back and get this recovery. That's what's so important about these guys who love to take those air dribbles and take those flip resets. You need to be able to hold on to at least enough boost to make a play after, or not. You can always just put it top right corner and make it unsavable, like Daniel just did. From deep in his own half, he gets that flip reset outside the box and places it so perfectly in the corner. Ricky absolutely caught watching as Daniel, with 2 minutes 50 seconds left to go, able to tie it back up. This lead for Ricky quickly erased. One thing Ricky has been doing much better than Daniel is getting to that midfield boost off kickoff. He has been able to take control of a lot of kickoffs that seemed like they were going to be Daniel's. Nice long shot. So there, all of it boils down to this quick play on the kickoff where Daniel is seemingly being able to beat Daniel, or sorry, iRicky is able to beat Daniel out. Daniel kind of casually heading for that boost, thinking that the fact that he's just closer is going to intimidate Ricky off the boost, but Ricky's not giving up on it. And then this is just a great read. Very great play from Ricky, realizing that Daniel has been going for that delayed kickoff on the straight kickoff. So slows it down, and once again, finally starting to read those fake kickoffs, and it's paying off. A few in a row for iRicky, as he's able to get a sixth. Daniel maybe going to start rethinking the fake kickoffs. It was working for him at the beginning of the series, but at this point, he's got to realize that Ricky has figured him out. Ricky this time, his flick off kickoff is saved away. Daniel with the boost advantage. Trying to play as fast as possible. Thought he saw a window, but Ricky's there. Daniel mixing up his play style throughout the series. Coming in with very focused game plan, it seemed. Challenge early and often at every moment. And slowly was able to whittle down Ricky. When Ricky finally made the read, he made the adjustment. And then now on offense, a nice touch. But same thing with the kickoffs. Daniel was sticking with those delayed kickoffs, and he's going to keep doing them while they kept working. And I now expect to see a readjustment now that Ricky's gotten the read. But a nice read on the far away iRicky challenge. Get up early, tap it over him, just barely finding the top of the net. So a minute 50 left to go. Daniel found the window, and he's been looking for this a bit so far this series. He's felt like he's had opportunities to snipe the net with a grounded defender, and that's actually a really great read. I bet you what he saw is Ricky coming out to midfield with that wave dash. As he slaps that wave dash on the ground, it basically guarantees that he's going to continue his momentum very far out to midfield and makes it really, really hard to adjust. It's basically the equivalent of using your flip and not coming back to the ground. So Daniel making that read, super heads-up play by him to take that power shot, which is not normally available, to grab his fifth, but still down. A minute 30 left to go. Ricky on a dribble all the way from his own half. Is he going to go for the air dribble bump or the flip reset? Kind of neither, as he's not able to find the angle. These guys on a ring around the rosy mission here. Ricky going to end it by cutting it back into his own corner. Seems like he's kind of starting to waste time here a little bit. I think he knows he's got a 1-goal lead, and he wants to make Daniel come to him. See if he can get him to make a misplay and make the lead even longer. But Daniel, his air dribble too high, and he realized it pretty early, so he completely gave up on trying to score, instead pinching it off the backboard to buy himself some time. But Ricky will grab the demo, and he is cutting it back into his corner time and time again. This is why he almost found a window, and you can tell that's what he's looking for. He's just going to dribble it on his own half as long as possible, see if he can bait Daniel in. This air dribble not there. Daniel waiting for this boost to spawn. It spawns at the perfect time. 27 seconds left. Daniel trying to come back in this game number 3. He wants it to end in a full sweep. Ricky trying to push it to much longer, as he's got 15 seconds to hold on to this lead. Daniel's got absolutely no boost, and I think iRicky might know it. He's going to take it to the wall. No reason to cut it downfield. I'm actually surprised he's even taking this dribble. He could have just held it on his half. But this dribble seems safe enough. Daniel not going to be able to keep it up, so iRicky refuses to get sweep today. A admirable opponent will take his first game. Game 4. Daniel versus Ricky. Ricky able to get off to an early lead. A lead that he wasn't able to hold on to in previous games. But this time around, Game 3, he's able to do it. Just barely holds off Daniel. So far, we've had a 1-goal game, 2 1-goal games, and a 2-goal game. So definitely a very close series. Ricky, another great bump. If Daniel's going to wait in net, he is going to go for this play. It's been working for him, and it's so safe. He's able to keep it low to the ground, keep his car low to the ground. Why not? A small jump, not even a idle, just a single jump demo. We haven't really seen that much. Yeah, if a mod can update the link to it, instead of going to pool play, go to the finals tab. That would be great. Daniel with a straight kickoff goal. Nothing quite like a free one. We'll see if Daniel goes for this diagonal left kickoff. Yeah, he's changed his style. He was sticking with the fake kickoffs on that every time, but now Ricky has started making the reads, so he has now decided to come to the kickoffs. Daniel, high bounce dribble. Trying to play it slow as soon as he heard the pre-jump from Ricky, but not able to slow it down enough. So great defense from the player in red, and a great catch and flick for a second. Daniel didn't realize that Ricky had made this catch. Thought he had time to go grab some boost. Actually kind of interesting watching from Daniel's perspective. He did have a moment of seeing that Ricky had caught it, but just did not have faith in his flick being strong enough to find the open net. Ricky trying to be patient. He has grabbed a demo a few times now to save his life after getting outplayed in his own half. Nice long shot, just barely offline. Gonna be beating himself up for that one as he did a nice outplay. Daniel the other way, just barely too high as well. So these guys trading very close plays. Ricky should have an opportunity for a nice shot. Daniel saves it away. Ricky could have afforded to shoot a little bit higher there, but Daniel with low boost, a full clear. He's just trying to buy himself some time, grab some boost, and force a very high save from Ricky, and a bit of a misplay. Daniel normally so calm and collected, trying to gain possession of that ball. He's such a mechanical mastermind, but this time he's going to go flying past it. Let iRicky gain control. Oh my goodness, Daniel. How did he find an opportunity to score this one? Grabs 100 boost, a super early pre-flip. Ricky just did not expect that all in play from Daniel. So risky, but it's going to work out. The soft save off the back of his car. And now Daniel once again going to fake the kickoff. This time he's going to play slow instead of going flying by the Ricky flick. Ricky able to dodge the Daniel demo as Daniel tries to get Ricky back. Ricky certainly leading in the physical gameplay. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you just got a wide open net. Daniel's going to tap it as slow as possible. Ricky trying to get cheeky, trying to come play fast, but man, just did not expect that good of a catch. Truly nowhere in the realm of that ball as Daniel cuts it infield. These two guys edging each other off the ball, trying to gain that first possession. Ricky is going to come out in control as he's able to grab his back corner boost. Daniel forced all the way into his corner. His long shot will likely be stopped. All right, Ricky, open field possession. Got a shadowing defender waiting a little bit too long. Taking his chances against the Daniel, who is able to flick it off the ball. Nice flick. This might be in. Crossbar down. And what a great play. Daniel's at a decent distance here shadowing. He's covering a lot. A little bit too close at that last moment. Thought maybe Ricky was going to be playing it slow. But Ricky booming it with the flick. And so perfectly placed. Nice play from Ricky. Daniel's been all over the ball. Oh, never mind. That absolutely should have been a fourth. Okay, here it is. It's going to be a fourth eventually. Daniel trying to play super aggressive off the kickoff, even when he's not able to grab boost. Ricky's going to make that read and knows to just hover a couple car lengths away from the ball. and get his half flip for his 4th and make it his 5th as Daniel doesn't come to the kickoff and Ricky is able to make him pay. Ricky, another early possession off kickoff. Ricky has been certainly winning the kickoff game. Daniel's had some cheeky ones where he delays and is able to steal them. But it seems like, in general, the average kickoff is going in Ricky's favor. A couple goal line saves from Daniel, and the long shot, though, will not be on. He just needs to clear this ball, give himself some breathing room, as iRicky has been really putting the pressure on for the last few minutes. And Daniel going to need a couple goals in the next minute if he doesn't want this to go to game number 5. High bounce dribble from midfield. Tries to play it slow, but a little bit too much bounce as it drops in front of the net. Ricky, his flick, not quite on. Able to recover from it by grabbing a bump on Daniel. Daniel playing passive, trying to pick his moments right now. He's going to get demoed as he sends the ball away. But he knows he can't afford a miss that will waste a lot of time. He needs to be very, very efficient. He's going to try and grab a possession here. Just jumping to fake Ricky off the ball. But Ricky is being so aggressive. A very crucial boost. Miss, though, and he's going to give an open space for Daniel. Daniel's normally lethal in the open field, but Ricky, oh my goodness, what a demo. It did not seem like Daniel was going supersonic. But apparently he got it. He got it with like a Goomba stomp. He used the middle of his car, not even the front, to get this demo. But stomping on Ricky to get the 4th. He's got 21 seconds left to go. Are we going to see a tricky kickoff from Daniel? He's going to just not even go, man. This didn't work out for him. Thought maybe he could bait Ricky into making a mistake, but instead he all but secured Ricky's win. Ricky is making a read. It looked like he maybe tried to hide behind the ball there, but without a flip, it's pretty easy to read the opposition, especially these top-level guys. That's why you see those guys faking the flip when they're trying to convince the other player they're not going for the kickoff, or they are going for the kickoff. But Daniel, 10 seconds left to go, looking for another bump. Can't get iRicky. And with no boost in 5 seconds, looking like it's over in this game number 4 for Daniel. So Ricky is going to come back in games 3 and 4 to force yet another Feer 500. Game number 5. Here we go. Daniel versus iRicky. iRicky trying to complete the full reverse sweep. Daniel looking so dominant at the start of this series. iRicky has been able to figure him out. And I say dominant because he won a couple games, but in reality, every single one of these games has been close. I think only a single one of them. Oh, no. Two of them have been decided by 1, and 2 of them have been decided by 2. So about as even as you can possibly get between these guys. So, of course, we're headed to a game 5. Nice 50 from Daniel. He should be able to get a continuation, and Daniel will score first in this very crucial moment. I think the story of the game here will be the kickoff goals, because Daniel has been kind of in a funk here with the kickoffs. He let a few ones in that Ricky was able to grab that win off of. I mean, if you take away a couple of those weird, not even fake kickoffs, just absence of kickoffs where Daniel doesn't go, Ricky was able to get 2, maybe even 3 goals from that last game, and that ended up being the difference maker in his win. He is going to score an open field goal here, as Daniel trying to do a backflip takeaway, always a tough one. But we'll see. As long as Daniel can keep it even in the kickoffs, he should be able to keep it close in this game. Daniel's so aggressive in the first couple, seemed to have possession at every moment, but that definitely has shifted in favor of iRicky. iRicky controlling the pace, controlling the play, always seemingly in control of possession. Ricky trying to find an angle. Daniel's holding on every last bit of boost he can, and he did not expect Ricky to go greedy for that one. But ultimately, he was able to save it away. Ricky soft bounce. Nice flip reset. Using the wave dash to get back to the ball on a second hard-earned goal for Ricky. These plays will keep going in his favor as long as he maintains possession. Very intentionally setting up his ball, wheels first, or sorry, setting up the car, wheels first on the ball to make sure he gets that flip reset. And flip reset he did. Ricky once again possession. Just more scrappy off of every kickoff, and his air dribble bump will get him a third. He is able to grab way more possessions on what seem like even kickoffs. With the ball headed to the side boost. Really, either one of these guys play, and somehow it's Ricky's every time. Daniel, the first Daniel dribble we've seen from him this whole series, all the way from his corner, and he's not able to get the setup like he wanted. A little bit too strong of a touch off the side wall. Had to try and fly to the ball just to start the play, and usually that results in getting stronger of a touch than you really want. So Daniel going to be playing from a deficit here with 3 minutes left to go. 4-1. Ricky working his way back into this one. Booming launch shot. Daniel save it away, but once again low boost. Once again an iRicky possession, something we've gotten very, very used to in the last 2 games. And a low 50, a great play from Ricky, very patient, and a 5th for him as he extends the lead. Halfway through this game, 4-goal lead. Daniel tapping this one on net. Not going to be able to find the back of the net, and both these guys playing with very low boost. A missed wave dash, so Ricky going to be able to take control. Taking it back into his own half. Previously in the series, Daniel seemed to be suffocating Ricky, but so many opportunities now where Ricky seems to have a lot of open space to initiate a play. This flick not online. Daniel knows to save every last bit of boost, but man, Ricky is being a pest. He says, if you're not going to commit to the ball, if you're going to try and play it slow, it's just going to make it even easier for me to snipe you in the backfield. And he has caught a lot of demos from Daniel just trying to play really, really patient defense, which just means he's playing slow. But a missed touch from Ricky and a second goal for Daniel. A huge save off his back wall that Ricky just did not realize had as much power as it did as he tries to cut it at midfield to initiate a dribble. Minute 48 left to go. Daniel could afford to gain first possession off a couple of these kickoffs, but man, he has not been able to, as iRicky once again grabbing possession. Daniel taking it to the wall, had to use every last bit of boost to get it there. So now Ricky with a lot of space. His flick is super weak, and it will be saved. Daniel holding on to his 60 boost, using it to carry away, but Daniel's been having to use his boost just to get the ball out of his half, so he's never has an opportunity to take a shot on net. And once again, these crazy bounces from Ricky. Daniel is correct in reading that Ricky's shots are not in, but the bounces are so awkward. They've gone in favor of Ricky. He's been able to make a continuation play. And something Ricky seems to be doing very, very well is maintaining his leads. Every time he's got a lead, he knows how to play smart. He's only taking it into Daniel's half whenever he feels like it's absolutely necessary, but at every moment possible, he's clearing it across his net, keeping possession back in his own half, very willing to slow the game down and put on as very little shot attempts as he needs to, and eventually he's going to grab a 6-goal GG's from Daniel. He's going to forfeit here with 40 seconds left to go. I mean, I don't know if this is a premature GG's just as like a, I don't think I'll be able to make it back. Or is he actually going to forfeit? He is going to stake it out. 40 seconds. He needs a goal every 10 seconds. Ricky, of course, going to play the possession game. And Daniel says, yep, I don't want to hang with that. Given the holy crap in chat, Ricky doing a great job of holding on to his leads. Able to gain the lead in this game number 5. And he did not give it up when given the opportunity. Holding on to possession as long as possible. And Daniel so suffocating at first. Ricky able to figure him out. The kickoffs, a huge, huge story in this game for Ricky. Daniel not quite able to control the kickoffs. And Ricky will take it in the reverse sweep in game number 5.